Imagine waking up at 4 a.m. to your phone buzzing like crazy, heart pounding in your chest as you see his name flashing on the screen again. The same guy who bruised your arms and shattered your trust, now flooding you with texts about how you're the best thing he ever had. But here's the kicker, he's already got a new girlfriend. And in that moment, something inside me snapped. I wasn't going to let him play the victim anymore. What I did next, it was pure, delicious payback that silenced him forever. Hey everyone, I'm Sarah, a 28-year-old graphic designer living in Seattle. If you've ever been stalked by an ex who just wouldn't quit, or felt that burning need for justice after someone treated you like dirt, you're in the right place. Hit that like button if you're ready for a story that'll make you cheer, subscribe for more real-life tales of triumph, and let's dive into this. My own story of turning pain into power. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. I was 26 when I met him. Let's call him Jake, because honestly, he doesn't deserve his real name being out there. I was fresh out of a string of bad dates, working my butt off at a small design firm, trying to build a life in the city. Seattle's rainy vibes matched my mood back then, gray, a little lonely, but full of potential. Jake showed up at a mutual friend's party, all charming smiles and easy laughs. He was tall, with that messy hair that looks effortless, and he had this way of making you feel like you were the only person in the room. We hit it off instantly. He was a mechanic, rough around the edges, but he talked about his dreams of opening his own shop one day. I thought, finally, someone real. At first, it was magical. We'd spend weekends hiking in the mountains around the city, rain or shine, holding hands as the mist rolled in. He'd bring me coffee in bed on lazy Sundays, and we'd talk for hours about everything, my art, his cars, our futures. But slowly, the cracks started showing. It began with little things, like him getting jealous if I mentioned a male coworker. "Who's that guy? Why's he texting you?" He'd snap, his voice low and edged with something dark. I'd brush it off, tell myself it was just protectiveness. But then came the arguments. Loud, explosive ones where his face would turn red, veins popping in his neck. One night, after I came home late from a work event, he grabbed my arm so hard it left fingerprints, purple bruises blooming like ugly flowers on my skin the next day. I remember staring at them in the mirror, hot tears streaming down my face, my stomach twisting in knots. "This isn't love," I whispered to my reflection, but saying it out loud felt too scary. Inside, my mind was a whirlwind. "He's stressed from work. He'll change. You can fix this." But deep down, I knew it was bullshit. The abuse escalated, not just physical, but emotional too. He'd call me worthless during fights, say no one else would want me. "You're lucky I put up with you," he'd sneer, his breath hot against my ear as he pinned me against the wall. My friends noticed the changes in me. I stopped going out, my smiles became forced, like a mask I couldn't take off. Powerlessness settled in my chest like a heavy weight, making it hard to breathe. Betrayal hit hardest because I had trusted him, opened up about my past insecurities, and he used them as weapons. Months dragged on like that, a cycle of apologies and flowers after each blow-up. "Baby, I'm sorry. I love you so much," he'd text, followed by heart emojis that felt like mockery. But the disrespect piled up. He'd flake on plans, lie about where he was, and make me feel small, like I was nothing without him. I started journaling in secret, scribbling my thoughts late at night when he was asleep. Why'd I stay? Am I that weak? The underestimation stung. He treated me like I was too dumb to leave, too dependent. My body would tense up just hearing his key in the door, heart racing, palms sweaty. I craved validation, some sign that I wasn't crazy for feeling this way. Finally, after one particularly brutal fight where he shoved me into the kitchen counter, pain shooting through my hip like fire, I hit my breaking point. I packed a bag while he was at work, hands shaking as I stuffed clothes into it. My mind raced. What if he comes home early? What if he finds me? I left a note on the table. It's over. Don't contact me. Driving away, tears blurred the road, but relief washed over me like the Seattle rain, cool, cleansing. I crashed at a friend's place, blocked his number, and tried to rebuild. But Jake? He didn't get the memo. For months, the harassment rolled in. First, it was emails, long, rambling ones about how much he missed me, how he'd changed. "You're my everything," he'd write, but I could feel the manipulation dripping from every word. Then voicemails, his voice slurring sometimes, like he'd been drinking. "Why are you ignoring me? After everything we've been through?" My phone became a source of dread. I'd jump every time it buzzed. Betrayal deepened. How could someone who claimed to love me make me feel so hunted? I ignored it all, but inside, anger simmered, bubbling like a pot about to boil over. Powerlessness turned to frustration. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, always looking over my shoulder. He even started messaging my friends on social media. "Hey, how's she doing? Tell her I said hi." One friend showed me the DMs, and my blood boiled, fists clenched, jaw tight. That was crossing a line. I unblocked him just long enough to send a warning. "If you contact my friends again, I'm going to the police for harassment." My fingers trembled on the keyboard, but hitting send felt like reclaiming a sliver of control. It worked. For a while. A few months of silence, and I started healing. I threw myself into work, designed some killer projects that got me a promotion, even started dating casually. Life was looking up, sunny days peeking through the clouds. But then, one night, bam! 4 a.m., phone vibrating on my nightstand like an alarm from hell. I bolted upright, heart hammering against my ribs, the room spinning in the dark. Missed calls from an unknown number, but I knew it was him. In the morning, bleary-eyed and pissed, I checked the texts. A flood of them. "I fucked up the best thing in my life. No one will ever compare to you. Please, let's talk." Gushing, desperate, like he was pouring out his soul. But something felt off, too polished, too rehearsed. Curiosity mixed with rage. I did a quick social media stalk. And there it was. Photos of him with a new girl, arms around her, captions about, "My love." They looked happy, recent posts from just weeks ago. He was cheating on her with these texts to me? The audacity hit me like a slap, disrespect on steroids. My stomach churned, a mix of nausea and fury. Who does he think he is? I thought, pacing my apartment, the hardwood floor creaking under my feet. That's when the turning point hit. I sat on my couch, staring at those screenshots, the glow of my phone screen illuminating my face in the dim light. No more victim. No more silence. I needed justice, validation that I wasn't the crazy one. The plan formed quick and sharp in my mind. Expose him. Make him feel the humiliation he'd piled on me. But I had to be smart, no direct confrontation. I found her profile on Facebook, heart racing as I typed the message. "Hey, I don't know you, but I think you should see this." Attached the texts. Send. Adrenaline surged through me, like electricity in my veins. Then, I screenshotted that convo and fired it back to him. Enjoy explaining this, I added, my thumbs flying over the keys. The wait was agonizing, minutes ticking by like hours. I refreshed my messages obsessively, biting my nails, the taste of blood faint on my tongue. Then, her reply popped up. What the hell? Is this real? We chatted briefly. She was shocked, hurt, her words tumbling out in fragmented sentences. He's been acting weird lately. Thank you for telling me. Empathy flooded me. She'd been in the dark, just like I once was. But triumph edged in too. This was it, the payoff. His response came roaring in. A barrage of texts, all caps, furious. What the fuck did you do? You bitch, you ruined everything. His words lit up my screen like fireworks, but instead of fear, I felt a rush, hot, satisfying victory coursing through me. I could picture him, face flushed, pacing his garage apartment, tools scattered around, slamming his fist into the wall. Shocked, angry, humiliated, exactly how he'd made me feel for so long. How does it feel, Jake? I whispered to myself, a smirk pulling at my lips. No more power over me. I blocked him mid-rant, the final click like slamming a door in his face. Relief washed over me in waves, my body relaxing for the first time in months. I laughed, a deep, belly laugh that echoed in my empty room, tears of joy mixing with the remnants of pain. Validation hit hard. I wasn't powerless. I had stood up, served justice on a silver platter. He never reached out again, radio silence. From what I heard through the grapevine, she dumped him that night, left him scrambling and alone. Sweet, sweet payback. Earned, justified, and oh so satisfying. The weight lifted from my chest. I could breathe freely, sleep soundly. Triumph felt like sunlight breaking through Seattle's eternal clouds, warm, illuminating, mine. Looking back, this story isn't just about revenge. It's about karma catching up, about reclaiming your power when someone tries to strip it away. Justice doesn't always come from courts or karma alone. Sometimes, you have to serve it yourself. If there's a lesson here, it's this. Don't underestimate someone you've wronged. They might just turn the tables in ways you never saw coming. What do you think? Is revenge ever truly sweet? Or does it leave a bitter aftertaste? Phew, that was intense, right? If this story fired you up or gave you that satisfying chill down your spine, smash that like button to show some love. Drop in the comments. What's the most epic revenge you've pulled off or witnessed? Did it feel as good as mine? And hey, if you want more real-life stories of underdogs winning big, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the next one. Thanks for watching, stay strong out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.